want to be one of those people that, go to House of Glory because Jodi Aura graduated from there. Me in the ring, I feel like I'm more noticeable. I don't look like everyone else.
Do you think about the psychology of your matches?
Wrestling is all rhythm. Sometimes you're just going to go out there and do 3 Canadians and fire up. That's the beauty of wrestling too. It's like you can never stop learning. My favorite wrestler of all time is AJ Styles. When he's in the ring, he's the nastiest person I ever seen. Like, he's nasty.
How do you feel like you've grown with being in the ring with those people?
I mean, I got to wrestle David Finlay. Like, Private Party is the biggest thing that's come out of House of Glory. My main focus is to be a champion. Like, I fucking worked for this.
Ringville episode, Jodi Aura. Yo, what's up everyone? How you doing? My name is Kevin Herrera Sanchez, KHS, and welcome to another episode of Ringville. Today I have the absolute pleasure of sitting down with somebody you've seen wrestle for House of Glory, Arrival Wrestling, GCW, Remarkable Wrestling, Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling, and many, many more. He is the current LPW World Champion. Jodi Aura, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good too, man. Appreciate you taking the time, sitting down with me.
Appreciate it, bro.
Came in super clean too. Come on.
Come on, man.
And blessing us with the title too.
Come on, man. You thought I was gonna come without it.
And I should have said as well, two-time.
Two-time.
Don't forget that. Two-time. Times 2. You know?
Facts.
2-time LP. First ever, right?
First ever, and first ever 2-time.
There you go. Damn, that's a.
Nah, facts. We here.
Let's just start there then, where it's like first ever LPW champion and then first ever 2-time champion.
Facts.
I'm guessing winning it the first time and getting that trust from a company must have meant a lot.
Yeah.
And then winning it a second time. Did it feel differently?
Completely different. Totally different. Totally different. The first time was very different because it was at that time the culmination of like just the hard work that I did in the darkness, because before we were doing the LPW shows, like it was just training, like there was nothing going on. And we had the IOD title at the time, and the IOD champ was like the champion, the training champion. So like it was just a random title. It was whatever we made a title, right? Okay. So like in my recollection, a bunch of guys had it, but right before me, it was Cruz. I don't know if you remember Cruz, Big Daddy Cruz, whatever. He was a House of Glory guy. Shout out Cruz. It was Cruz, and then he had gave it to Michael Fane.
Okay.
And then at that point, it was just like some random like paper title, and then Michael Fane went and bought like $100, like another paper title, but like a little cleaner version of it, and that was the one that I won at RPS. And Michael Fane was the champ for a while in training. And then we had the RPS show, and Red thought it was my time to shine. So I won it, and that was crazy. It's the first time I heard like a really big pop,
For you or just?
In general, because that was also like my first one-on-one in front of a crowd, like my first real match. Was against somebody I didn't know. It was Alec Price, obviously, but that match was like my first real match in front of a crowd, I guess.
Okay.
And me, Michael Fane, and Oni King, and that reaction was just crazy. Like that was just totally different. And I still have no idea what I'm doing to this day, but I really had no idea what I'm doing at that point. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that nothing was gonna beat that for a while.
That's like the peak right now.
That hit. And then when I first got this, because obviously they had to give me this title afterwards, that was another day that felt like I won the championship again. And that was amazing. Nothing's actually going to beat that day, actually. Yeah.
You found something to beat the first.
Yeah, it was that. But I jumbled those together because it was the same run.
Right.
But that was all just magical for me personally.
And what was it like winning it the second time around?
It was very different. The second time around, for a slew of personal reasons, for a slew of professional reasons. It was just very different. I'm happy to be a champion again. Mm-hmm. Being a champion is something that I began wrestling to do. Like I know it's wrestling, wins and losses don't mean anything. But at the end of the day, like you want to be regarded as someone who can, carry the ship, and be someone trusted. You know, it's a little different in this, where it's like you have to be trusted to be champion. You know, and getting this a second time was, I guess, more confirmation of trust, as opposed to the first time where it was like a reward for my hard work. And this one is too. This second reign is too, but the second reign is more a trust title, a trust reign.
Like, we know what you can do.
Yeah.
Because you've done it before.
Kind of, yeah. That's what it feels more so to me. Is just, especially in the way that where LPW is going now, and like how we all want it to go, and how we want to push it forward in a way that we haven't been able to before. You know, being at the helm is something that, you know, I truly appreciate, and like I want to make bigger than the first one. Absolutely. For sure. Yeah. It feels like more responsibility this time, as opposed to the first time. It's like I fucking worked for this, you know. Right. As this time, like, yeah, I worked for this, but let's do something. I need to do something, you know, if that makes sense.
I do. It's now more, that first one, please correct me if I'm wrong, right? The first one, like you said, was like, okay, this is the hard work paying off, right? And it's like maybe LPW wasn't fully like solidified to where it's like now LPW is a lot more like, it's a second brand to where it's like, it's, you know, runs close to where House of Glory, it's their sister company. Facts. And it's like now people like come just for those shows, just for the LPW shows. And it's like they come, and it's like because they're promoting the show from you. Whereas like,
we got a lot of good guys, man. We have a lot. You know, we have a lot of talent that I've always said, like, I wanted to push and be at the forefront. You know, House of Glory, like, has been, like, no disrespect, like, these guys are great and I love these guys, but House of Glory has had a lot of the same guys rotating for a while now. You know, and LPW has a lot of guys that, you know, I believe in personally. You know, whether they like me or not, I believe in so many of them. And I want this reign to be a reign where I can, of course, highlight myself, but also figure out a way where I can highlight LPW and the guys in it. You know, two completely different reigns.
Exactly. No, I feel you. And even like talking about the second reign, you wanted off Only King. Yeah. And there was a bit of maybe controversy in terms of how you won it, because he was attacked before the match.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, he like showing what kind of person and what kind of champion he was. You had the right for the match, so he was like, "I'm gonna still grant you that right." Right. So it's like he still had that match with you.
I didn't want to have it. I told him I wasn't gonna have it. I don't know if you saw, but I was not trying to have it. You know, I don't even really do saves like that, but like obviously I want my opponents at their best. I run out, I stop them. I didn't want to have it. He smacks me 3 times, says we're fighting. I'm like,
like that's it.
If this is what you want to do,
like somebody smacks me 3 times.
Like I all respect to him, and I told him anytime he wants a shot, he can have it.
The LPW title is very interesting in terms of like how many people have actually challenged for it too. Yeah. Where it's like you have a great lineage of challengers. And it's like just at the last LPW show, you had Jackson Drake, which is WWID wrestler, come in.
I did.
So it's like, what is it like defending a title that has such a talented pool of wrestlers coming to get it?
Back to the whole trust thing, I think that's an aspect of it that I don't take lightly, for the company to go out and get someone like Jackson Drake or someone like Brian Kendrick or someone like Jordan Oliver, Kevin Blackwood, whoever, to be like, hey, come here and put your best up against our best, being me, for this. It means a lot. And those guys, man, they're young but seasoned. Like Jackson he's been wrestling forever, since he was like 14, 15 or something. Like, great kid, great guy, super fun to be in the ring with. And again, I would love to wrestle him any day of the week. I really hope he feels the same. But it's always fun to be able to get in the ring with anyone who knows what they're doing, anyone who's done anything, even the slightest thing in this business. Anyone who's done anything more than you've done, you know it's a blessing. And I've been very, very, very blessed, like extremely blessed, in my very short, small career to have had the majority of my matches have been against people who have done this at a high level. So I don't take that lightly at all.
And how do you feel like you've grown with being in the ring with those people?
Man, I grow every time. Naturally, I'm like I told you, I'm an athlete. I'm a sponge. So I grow every time. I like to do it. Let's say like a saying, like I'm a saying warrior. You know, like every time I wrestle someone who's way better than I am or been doing this way longer, I always try to take something from them, and I learned so much. That's the beauty of wrestling too. It's like you can never stop learning. Like there's guys like Cody Rhodes at the top of this business still learning from Michael Hayes every week when he shows up to Raw, you know? So that's the beauty of it, you know, and you can learn from everything, but being able to learn from guys that are doing this, you know, my trainer's already amazing, Red, you know, so with that knowledge alone is crazy, but to be able to put that knowledge that I get from him both against the knowledge that Brian Kendrick's going to give me up against the knowledge that someone else, like Dave Finlay, is going to give me, you know, it's very different, you know, it's very different.
100%. In LPW, you had issues with Scam Likely, where they've also been on the show, and they've also spoke about what they thought about you and just like what they planned. They asked you to join them, and you turned them down.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Why not?
Why? Why would I? You know, my main focus is to be a champion. You know, my main focus is to be a top guy. I believe I have the potential to be that, you know, anywhere. And I don't think I need anybody to do that.
Okay. Like
any posse or anything. I don't think I need to cheat or to, you know, undercut to do that. So for me, they were just in my way. To me, they were just in my way. But, you know, if it continues to keep going the way I think it might, then it'll have to be handled for sure. You know. Is
there any personal issues there, or is it mainly just professional?
I think that's a question for them. I have no personal issues with anybody unless they kill my dog or something, you know.
That's crazy.
You know, like, unless they seriously disrespect me or do something out of line, like I'm here to be a winner. I'm here to be a champion. You know, and I understand that this is a business, and I understand that other people are looking to do the same. So for me personally, I'm not going to take anything personal unless they egregiously overstep.
Okay.
Attacking me and doing stuff like that, it's an annoyance for sure. It's not fun. It don't feel good. I don't like it. Not a little bit. But do I take it personal? No. Am I going to beat them up? Yes.
Hearing the way you speak and the way you talk, I can tell there is that sports mentality where it's like you want to win, you want to be a champion.
Yeah.
What are some of the ways where it's like maybe your sports background has helped you when it comes to your wrestling career?
That's a great question. I think a lot of people in general, if you haven't played a sport when you were younger, it affects certain things when you're older. I think if you're in any type of competitive environment when you're a kid, it teaches you a lot of foundational things like how to lose, you know, how to fail, you know, how to overcome a challenge, how to be consistent, how to work for something, how to work towards something, how to, you know, it's the beginning of the season, we want to make it to the championship, what do we have to do? Set small goals, short-term goals, long-term goals. And I think being in any competitive environment as a kid helps you as an adult know how to do those things. So coming into wrestling, it's another competitive environment, another athletic environment, but I'm more aware of the steps that I need to take, what I need to do and more self-aware of my own body, my own flaws, my own weaknesses, and being able to navigate those things.
And you think that has put you at a level that your skills-wise shows that you're above other people?
I would never. I don't see things that way.
Okay.
I try not to say I'm above anyone or I'm better than anyone or anything like that. I think there are qualities that I have that have equipped me to be prepared for this, mentally.
Yeah.
That maybe others do not have. But at the end of the day, like, it's professional wrestling. You can learn, you can grow, you can teach, I definitely do think on a personal level, I do think I have the capabilities, that it takes to succeed in this business.
You recently had a moment with Private Party in the ring, and it's on your Instagram as well, where it's like you do the little shots dance.
Facts.
What is, because they're also people who graduated and came from House of Glory.
Yes, they are, yeah.
And like, what is it like whenever they come to a show and they're in the locker room and you just get to like talk to them?
They're hilarious guys. Shout out Isaiah and Quinn. They're great guys. They're always a joy to be around. I think everyone enjoys it when they come. They're super easy. They're super inviting. That moment was hilarious. It was cool. Like, I didn't even really realize what was going on at the time. Like, it didn't occur to me how funny that moment actually was until I was watching it back. But that was super cool. I was actually somebody asked me a similar question last week. And Private Party is, for the most part, the biggest thing that's come out of House of Glory. A lot of other schools, when you think about signing to other places, it's like, okay, go there because so-and-so graduated there, so-and-so graduated from there, Creator Pro, whatever, MJF, all these people, you get to name all the students that have come from it. Right. But unfortunately, outside of Private Party, we haven't had that many people take it to, certain lengths in this business. Yeah. So it's always been a thing for me also, since I got into Hog. Funny quick story, I didn't even know Amazing Red was the trainer or anything like that. Really? Like, I just showed up. Like, I knew nothing about it. Like, I knew nothing about House of Glory at all. And I didn't even put two and two together that, like I watched TNA as a kid, but I wasn't like a super, mark or whatever they say. But I didn't really even realize it was Red until maybe 6 months in, 7 months in. Dead ass. Like, I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
As I started, as I started to talk to him and learn, and once you start hearing the narrative, the voices, and it's like, yo, that's Amazing Red, that's Amazing Red, that's Amazing Red. You're getting trained by Amazing Red, bro. Isn't that crazy? I'm like, shit, yeah, I guess so. I guess so, and then now I'm doing my own stuff, my own thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. And for me, everything is earned, and when he's in the ring, he's the nastiest person I ever seen. He's nasty. So for me, I was already okay, I'm listening to whatever that he's doing off of rip. But to hear the narrative and stuff, it was it got kind of cool at that point. But to circle back, that whole thing, I got really close with him. Red's really one of my brothers to this day. Beyond training, that is my sensei first and foremost. But that is a brother to me, outside of wrestling. And it became very apparent to me the narrative of his legacy, and just the narrative of House of Glory's legacy as a whole. And I want to be one of those people that can push Hog forward as well at some point, just through my own success in my career. I want to be one of those people that, go to House of Glory because Jodi Aura graduated from there. Right now it's just Private Party. Right. Right now it's just, okay, yeah, Amazing Red is the trainer, and Private Party trained from there, and they're in the AEW now. And that holds a lot of weight. But I want to add to that list of things, and create a bigger sense of being for House of Glory as a whole. We have a lot of talented guys on the indies that I'm sure will do their thing and get to the next step as well. You know, a lot of guys way ahead of me. Obviously, Charles Mason's killing the game right now. You know, we've had Monte. You know, we have a lot of great guys, you know. But I want to be one of those guys that can reach that point that Private Party's at now, and even further, you know, hopefully one day. So it can add to Hog's legacy, so it can add to Amazing Red's legacy, you know.
What are some of the biggest lessons you've taken away from Red?
I mean, everything. I mean, he taught me how to wrestle, you know, like, so, and like I said before, I'm a sponge, so half the time, everything that's in my brain is normally, it's just Red. You feel me? Like, I have my own, like, obviously, I'm my own person, and I have my own ideals, and that's one of the things that I feel like Red, liked about me, is because I have a creative mind like he does, you know, and I don't just take something, like, for example, like, you know, a lot of people just take moves and just do them. But like me and Red will like see something and we'll be like, we'll think of a million ways to do it a different way. And that was one of the ways that we kind of like bonded, and that we're cool.
What was it like competing at Afropunk?
Oh, that was cool. That was cool. That was a cool thing, man. That was fire. That was that whole time in my life was very interesting. But that was very fun, and I was very happy that we got a chance to make that happen. It took a lot of months of planning and stuff, but we got it done, and it was a huge opportunity for LPW as a brand. I think it was super cool that we got to do that, and we all got to the ring stay up. I had to leave because I had to go to the VXS show that day, but everyone, all the LPW roster, and they got to stay and watch the rest of the show in the ring, like damn near front row, basically. In our own little section with the ring out, everyone was sitting in the ring, and I think that was a beautiful like bonding moment for a lot of the guys, and they got to watch Erykah Badu and stuff, and yeah, the whole day was super cool. It was a really humbling experience.
Did it like mean anything specifically to you in terms of just like what that event tries to do, where it's like it lifts up Black voices, Black artists? Definitely.
I think Afropunk has a lot of different mediums a part of their festivities. Yeah. And for them to be so gracious and so open-minded to view what we do also as an important art form and another outlet to give representation for other Black kids and teenagers and stuff like that, to put on their platform. I think was a really big deal for them and for us, for them to just have that foresight, to think that's a cool thing to do, and for us to be, you know, the stars of the show, you know, and the matches that we did that day. It was really fun. And so much appreciation. They have a super cool team. So the most amazing guys, most amazing women, they're really great. Yeah, it was cool.
What was the process like in coming up with your look altogether?
So I'm basically I'm like Black Neo. You know, I don't do a lot of like super character like vignettes and stuff like that, which I know I need to do. But that is basically the basis of my character. Okay. So I take inspiration from like some of my favorite aesthetic thing. I'm very much an aesthetic person. Like I don't think I have anything super crazy, just my vibe, like my aesthetic, I guess. Okay. So I take inspiration from The Matrix, obviously, Blade, Punisher, X-Men a little bit, but it really just Matrix heavy. And I just want to cultivate that, you know, that futuristic cyberpunk vigilante vibe, you know.
That's exactly what it is.
You know, I need like the most annoying part about the look is that it's so specific that I need really good gear makers and really good designers to like do something really fire. So like in the future, I think I'll be able to do it really well. And once I'm more put together as myself mentally and more confident, I think I'll be able to do it the way I want to. But for now, it's chill. It's chill.
It's still working though.
It's all right. It's cool.
No, it's working.
It's cool. I need to change I think my look is actually one of my bigger weaknesses.
Do you really?
Yeah, so that's one thing I'm trying to alter right now, currently.
Okay.
One thing I'm trying to improve right now. So I have a better look when I'm out there doing what I do, you know.
How would you go about improving that?
Well, obviously the easy answer would be get better gear.
Yeah.
But it's not that hard. It's not that easy all the time. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out right now. I know I always wanted to. I like wearing the vest because for so many different reasons. One, I feel like everyone has their shirt off. So when you just tune in, if you were to just like genuinely tune into a random match and you see me in the ring, I feel like I'm more noticeable.
Okay.
Because I don't look like everyone else because I have the vest on that says my name in bright, you feel me? Like, and it glows in the dark and stuff, and it looks cool. Like it does look cool at times. So I do like that, but you know, the shirt might be coming off soon for a little bit. You know, everyone's trying to flex their muscles, and I'm like, yeah, I think I don't have my own. You know,
only because I got the shirt on, though.
Yeah, like don't get it twisted. You know. You know, so I think it'll just be a lot easier for me to navigate certain things if I have a more traditional look going into it. But that's just a bunch of things I think about, you know.
Do you think that's tied to confidence in any way?
Yes and no. I think my confidence, I have a very tricky confidence to where like I'm not a confident person actually. Like I'm not confident in myself really at all.
Okay.
But I am competitive. And like I said, I played a lot of sports and stuff like that, and I'm super competitive. So I want to be the best, and sometimes you have to tell yourself you're the best in order to do that. So it's one of those things where it's like, I was one of those guys, you know, playing ball where someone would be like, yo, LeBron James came on this court right now, you beat him? I'm yes, right now. Check rock.
Ankle's broken.
Like, but I'm a competitor, you know, like there's no way in hell I'm gonna say nah. Yeah, you feel me? There's no way in hell I'm gonna say that I can't do this, or I can't be this person, or I can't be better than this person, or I can't achieve this. You know, whether I truly believe it or not, doesn't matter. You know, it really doesn't matter. Yeah. You know, if I need to compete, in order to compete, you have to have a certain amount of confidence, I guess, you know? But to my normal self, when I'm just walking around daily, no, I'm not confident at all. But when I have to get a job done, I'm the guy to do it.
You confident that you can do it?
You know, for real. So back to the look, yes and no, because I also just see it makes me very self-aware. I'm a very self-aware person. And I think awareness is crucial just in anything you do in life. So I see what's out there. I see what I'm doing. I compare myself up against the top tier guys, the lower tier guys, you know, and just really adequately trying to place myself where I'm at, and figuring out ways to push that forward, you know.
Who are some of the other wrestlers that have influenced you, whether it's to your in-ring style, your look, or even the way you present yourself when speaking?
My favorite wrestler all time is AJ Styles. AJ Styles is my GOAT. Okay. I would not wrestle if it was not for AJ Styles, 1,000%. Out of why, I can't even tell you.
Is there a certain era of AJ Styles, or is
Come on, man. Shorts with the hoodie, short sleeve hoodie with the get ready to.
Yeah.
What? I was at TNA, like most people were, and
for their Slammiversary show?
Yeah, and I couldn't wait. Yeah. And when that get ready to fly dropped, bro, I couldn't stop standing up. I'm like,
well, y'all get in the ring right now.
Literally. But AJ's my GOAT. A lot of different wrestlers influenced me. Triple H is another really big influence for me. And I didn't really even notice that until I started wrestling, that I really love Triple H.
In what way?
In every way. I think his aggression, I just sort of resonated with.
Okay.
and just his style of the way he works. I don't know. I like Triple H a lot.
Like the pacing of his match.
Yeah, like something about Triple H and just the way he is able to, I guess.
He slows things down without bringing it to a halt for me. You know, where it's like his matches can get really exciting, but it's like, I believe the way he paces matches, it's good to where it's like, it gives the audience a chance to like take it in.
He's one of those guys, man, like, and you know, I heard, I don't think he really calls much, you know, so, you know, he gets criticized for a lot of different things from like random people, but my 3 favorite wrestlers all time is AJ, Shawn, Tripp, in that order.
Yeah. In that order.
In that order. All time, if I had an all-time list, those are my 3. As of like the last 10 years, I have a different 3.
Oh.
And that's Pac.
Okay.
Pac is probably in that top 7 all time, maybe top 8.
Okay.
Jay White.
Oh yeah.
And Walter. I got really big on those guys. Even before I was a wrestler, but when I learned how to wrestle, Jay White and Walter.
Now Gunther, right?
Now Gunther,
Yeah.
Sorry.
There you go.
Jay White and Gunther, man. Dream matches.
Yeah.
And Ilya Dragunov too.
Oh
Yeah.
It seems like you're intrigued by the very tough, demanding in-ring style.
That's how ultimately, like, I wanted to kind of wrestle that style a little bit more when I first got into it. But I kick a lot. I kick people a lot, and that was just something that naturally happened. And like I formulated my own offense that just, again, organically happened. That is slightly different from that style. It still works, but it's slightly different. And I stayed to it because it was working for me. But yeah, like a real tough, you know, Jay White. Like Jay White versus Gunther would be like,
That'd be
I need to see that.
That'd be crazy.
Like somebody please they have to give me that. Like I have to see that. Those are probably like my 2, you know, that right now that got it for me mentally, you know, the way they do their stuff. Especially Jay White. I know Jay White's just a genius, you know, and you know Alex Shelley was one of his mentors, and come on, we all know Alex Shelley is a genius also. Yeah, so
one of the GOATs.
So yeah, but those are the names that really influenced me and like how I want to wrestle, you know, going forward, you know.
So when you're cultivating a moveset and like being in the ring, do you think about the psychology of your matches?
Of course, have to, have to. It gets a little tricky because of the way the independents are, you know, and there are some things that just aren't going to make any sense. It's just the way the independent wrestling is. And, you know, obviously I'm trained. I'm sorry, Red. We're trained to, you know, work the right way. And we can and we do. But sometimes you're just going to go out there and do 3 Canadians and fire up, you know? And that's okay, you know. It's for the love of the game, you know. But, yeah, with my moveset, I definitely... I thought long and hard about the things that I wanted to do, and I tried to be as natural as possible, and I tried to just do a lot of the things that I always wanted to do, always knew I could do. And then over time, as you do more matches and you try more stuff out, you start seeing what else works for you, and then you start to place it. Okay, I can put this here and put this here and do this here, and maybe I combo these up, and that'll make more sense if I put, you know, and then you just get the ball rolling that way.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, watching your matches, even online and in person, you do a really great job in having moves flow into each other.
Fire, thank you.
And it's like, of course, and it's something where it's like, it just stands out a little bit more. And it's like, I was curious if you did spend time just thinking of like, okay, I can do this, I can do that.
Oh yeah, that was the only thing. That's what got me to the dance, basically. You know, it was my moveset. Like I wasn't the guy in training that was overly cutting promos all the time or stuff like that. I'm not the biggest guy. I'm not small at all, but yeah, it was just the way my move set is crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
I mean, it's not like it's. I think a lot of things are seen, but I've made some things my own in a way. Like my 5 moves of doom per se are things that you don't really see often. I don't think, and not few people can do it, or few people do it. You know, and especially you haven't seen one person. You've seen one person do Canadian cutter, double stomp, you know, whatever. But like my double stomps are a little different. My cutter is different.
You have your own twist.
Yeah, exactly. I like the same thing I was talking about earlier with Red is like I see things and like how can I make this Jodi Aura is not just like another move in the indies, you know, and then how can I piece these together? How can I flow these, you know? And I'm all about rhythm. Wrestling is all rhythm. It's all rhythm, bro. Yeah. Like you you can feel the beat. That's why you see when most people clap sometimes. Yeah. When people clap before they do stuff, it's because it's a rhythm in there, you know?
How do you control the rhythm? Or if you can.
You can. You have to. It's actually your job to. Everyone has their own unique rhythm and their own pace that they like to work at. How do you control the rhythm is a great question. I think you just gotta be smart. You gotta know you just gotta be smart. You gotta know what your objective is.
Okay.
So you gotta know what you're trying to achieve out there. Yeah. What story are you telling? What do you want the crowd to interpret? What do you want the highlights to be, you know? Okay. And then through thinking about, you know, the story and what you're trying to get across, you can now cultivate the rhythm and like make sure this part of the match is moving at 100 beats per minute and this part of the match is going to move at 160 beats per minute, you know, because it needs that there, but it doesn't need it here and so forth and so on.
In one of the other promotions that you have worked in, or I would say maybe participated in before, it was called Pop-Up.
FX.
It's like you wrestled there, David Finlay, Dijak, and then, if I'm not mistaken, you were scheduled to face the Amazing Red.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, something happened just to show that.
Yeah.
What was Pop-Up in itself, and like, what was your experience like that?
Pop-Up was a whole different time. And like, what did you like? Do you know anything about Pop-Up at all? Like,
all I know it was like these random shows that would get announced. It was these super fire cars.
It was like, yo, oh no, wait, this happened in where? Brooklyn? Like,
yeah, Pop-Up was very interesting because full transparency. That wasn't supposed to happen. So those brewery shows were supposed to be LPW shows. Okay. And you know, whatever things happen, you know, water under the bridge stuff happened. So it couldn't be with LPW at the time. So then it was shopped around a bit, you know. A few things happened, and then eventually Pop-Up was born just out of necessity for those shows. Okay. So I don't think Pop-Up's ever gonna be back. But yeah, it was an experience, to say the least. It was a lot going on. It was a lot, bro.
what was the energy like at a Pop-Up show?
The first one was really cool. So the first one, it was Gabe Kidd and Oni King. We had Giselle Shaw was there, Lindsay, JTG, David Finlay. That's why I wrestled David Finlay. And that was super cool, Halloween weekend. That was a very fun experience. I had a lot of fun that day. And I was doing a lot of running around, like, you know, helping put the whole thing together, which was very stressful for me, me and Oni King. And it was cool, whatever. The November show was also super cool. It was a lot of stuff going on that weekend, so the crowd wasn't as big. But that card was super fire. I would love for people to see those matches on that show that day, because that was actually a really good show. And that was me and Dijak that day. Scam Like the wrestled Miracle Jan. We had Bobby Orlando and Twitch. We had Diego Hill, Marcus Mathers, Raheem Royal, and Ichiban in the 4-way. Again, a lot of good matches that happened that day. It was a very cool experience. I learned a lot about just the business of wrestling and you know, what goes on behind the scenes of the stuff, and you know, it was a really big learning experience.
So you helped put the show together.
Yeah, so all right, so full transparency, that was me and Oni Kings. So because it was supposed to be an LPW show, and like I said, so Afropunk thing, that was something that me and Oni King had went out and done. So at the beginning of last year, I was really trying to figure out a way to expand LPW and in ways that we can like grow as a brand, and you know, find ways where people would take us a little bit more seriously, because I feel like a lot of people at the time were like, oh, it's not streamed, no one knows about it, no one cares, it's a student show, like yada yada. And I really wanted it to be a place where, you know, people viewed it as a more serious product. So I had some ideas. I kind of wanted to like do like a Wrestle Open type of thing, where like we'd find another place, another small venue, that we could do like shows, hopefully once a month or twice a month if possible, whatever. So I got the okay from Red and Brian, you know, the owners of Hog and LPW, and yeah, I hit up Oni King to come with me. We went to a bunch of different bars and places and venues to try to find places to do that, in which we found Brooklyn Brewery, and we also had hit up Afropunk in that same vein, and we had secured a spot with them to do that Afropunk show all later in the year. So that was all throughout that whole time of just trying to figure out a way to expand and help build up LPW. So we did the Afropunk show, and things happened, whatever. We couldn't do the pop-up shows with LPW. So then we were giving it to other people, but things again didn't work out, short notice. So I ended up actually like paying for the whole shit, like myself, like everything. Yeah, it was awful. And a lot of people like workers or whatever, like found out and like whatever thought it was like a whole big thing or whatever. Like I never wanted to like do anything behind the scenes. Like I never wanted to run a show or anything like that, really. Like all I did was lose money, you know, but we didn't give it to any other promotion because like it's supposed to be for the home people, you know. The whole premise of doing the Afropunk, of trying to go out and do these things was to find a way to help make our guys, to help advance our guys, right. You know, and like help get a lot of the guys who are LPW. That's why a lot of LPW guys were on the card. And I wanted to have more, but you know, the ambulance is $125 an hour. So like I'm not, like I couldn't do much, but it was really just, that whole thing was just trying to find ways to give our guys a bigger platform to wrestle. So in that, you know, like, yeah, I paid for everything and shit like that. And me and Oni King did all the stuff for it. And like booked the cards and got everything we needed to do it. And a lot of people thought it was something else, so that it wasn't. But again, it was a learning experience for me. I got to meet a lot of cool people. Like, hey, man, you feel me? I got to wrestle David Finlay, like, you know, like, you feel me? While he was the global champ, you know, which was cool, you know. And again, I got to learn a lot about how everything works and how stuff happens, man. Unfortunately, it wasn't what we initially wanted it to be, you know. But, you know, things happen, water under the bridge, you know, but it was a very interesting time for me. But, you know, I try not to regret things, and I'm very happy I did it. I got to learn a lot from Finlay, I got to learn a lot from Dijak. Dijak is probably one of the only people that beat me up in a ring. Like not in like a bad way, like he's super safe, like he's soft, but that's a big guy.
Yeah.
Like he's probably the only guy that I've ever been in a fight, with, because I'm normally, and Red says this about my matches a lot too, it's tough for me as a babyface because he feels like I'm never really down, I'm never really in peril, it's hard to sympathize because I'm never really like down, because I'm such a fighter, and Dijak was big, boy. That's a match that Dijak is one of those people that I think I could wrestle forever though.
Really?
Low key. I didn't the match was super cool, it was super basic, like we were chilling, and it was an interesting vibe. I learned a lot. It was a very interesting vibe. It was great. He was super cool. Super cool that day. And he's a guy that I want to wrestle soon, hopefully. Hopefully at Hog or LPW. He's someone that I feel like I need to wrestle again. But yeah, that was the long form of pop-up. A lot of people don't know that stuff, but that's what it was, and it was cool for what it was, and I'm happy I got to learn from it.
What are some of your proudest accomplishments in your career so far?
Well, I would like to premise that by saying I've accomplished absolutely nothing.
That's not true.
There's so many things that I want to accomplish, and I quite frankly need to. But I'm very blessed to have been put in the positions that I have been at House of Glory. The opportunities that I've been given, that I have worked for. The biggest one, I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know. Some people would say Jackson. Some people would say Brian Kendrick. Some people would say Private Party. I wrestled for the 6-weight title twice. I wrestled Jordan Alec, Blackwood.
Donovan Dijak.
That wasn't at Hog, but yeah. Dijak was super cool. David Finlay was also super cool. I think that was probably an interesting one for sure. So all these guys have, imprinted on my brain in a lot of ways. So I couldn't say one is my greatest. And I think my greatest accomplishment is being here, 2-time champ.
True. First time, 2-time?
First time, 2-time. And just still being in it, still grinding, still pushing, still getting better. I think that's my greatest accomplishment for real. I'm here.
I believe sometimes people overlook the fact that it's the consistency is extremely difficult to maintain.
Bro, I hate it, but I love it.
Yeah.
But boy, I hate wrestling sometimes, bro. I hate it. Bro, you have no idea. There's so many things about professional wrestling that I hate, that I can't. I don't know how I'm going to be able to navigate it. But I love it at the same time. It's given me so many amazing moments, and I've grown to really I want this more than I want a lot of things in life. I've been trying to push the pace as of recently. I've been inconsistent at some points in my career, my short career. But right now, I've never been more hungry, never been more focused, and that is an accomplishment within itself. Being locked in, facts.
Man, appreciate you taking the time and sitting down with me.
Hey, we out here, bro.
For sure. Anything you would like to plug to the cameras?
Nah.
It just cuts right there.
No, I'm chilling, man. LPW, we out here, man. 2-time, first time, 2-time.
First time, 2-time.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for watching. All of his social medias will be in the link below as well.
Follow that.
There you go. And check out LPW, check out Hog. Show them some love, 100%. And then we out. Till next time.